It is Lord Haywire. I am playing Victoria 3. I played this a bunch. I should have looked at how many hours I played it before this. I actually bought it right after the 1.4 patch came out, which was pretty recent. I've never played the first two. I loaded the second one up one time and looked at it and was like, nah, I'm not going to play that. I've been playing China. It is brutal as China. We're going to go as this, and I think we're going to play Mexico. I call this game the piece of shit simulator because everybody's a piece of shit in it. And it's pretty buggy. And there's a 1.5 beta update out that I don't want to stream or play because I don't feel, you know, the Ottoman Empire would be okay to play too. I don't feel like it's my job to play test these giant corporations' fucking games. They need to fucking hire somebody. I don't know why I'm over here. I was thinking about playing Sokoto. That would be kind of fun too. Can we get to the ocean? What do these guys look like around us? So one of the things that's weird about this game, so like all these ones with this, you can't take these over with force. You have to colonize them. And the other weird thing about this game is that it's not, you know, it's the time period. It takes place in 1860 or 36. The UK is going to just be this massive force, and it's kind of weird that. So in the other, you know, EU4 and stuff, there's in Hearts of Iron, there's Germany, EU4, there's all of Europe. But you could pick a small nation and expand enough. I don't feel like there's enough time to do that in this one. I usually get to like 1880 and then want to restart the game because I feel like I'm bored. There's a lot of this game is very. We could play these guys. We can get to the ocean, and then we could try to get colonization really fast. This is originally who I was thinking about playing. We started with 70 dudes, and these guys all have trash. The problem is taking over places doesn't give you that much great shit as you would think. This is just oh no, we're no wars. They only have one. Wait, is this 4 little ones? No, this is 1. No. This looked like this might be 4 little ones. There's also this weird thing. Maybe we could play these guys. The other idea was Mexico. The problem with Mexico is you start out at war with Texas, and it's going to be a constant battle against the United States. And I feel like that might... So there's these built-in events that kind of fuck you if you don't follow history. And I feel like that's another huge issue with this game. Let's be these guys. And so these guys probably don't have an event thing built in because the developers suck at this. They are trash developers. But we got some guys. We got no fleet, obviously. We're landlocked. We're Sunnis. We're struggling. We have 9.4. We have a lot of arable land. Let's go with these guys. Sokoto. So we're going to go through this. You know, I'm going to explain what everything is. As I do most of the time. There is so much micromanagement in this game. That's why I didn't want to play like France or Spain or something, or Sweden or any country that's huge. Russia. There's so much micromanagement in this game. It's out of control. I'm also not gonna post on their Steam page because I have a feeling it would be just filled with jackasses who would come in here and say like, "Oh, you got to do it this certain way," and that's part of the problem. I actually looked up China. I was like, "Is China even winnable? Can you even win as China?" And I looked it up, and there. So people have won as China, not won. They've been successful. It's so brutal. So let's go over this stuff. So this is your bureaucracy. This is how you administrate your country. This is your authority, which is a huge problem in itself because you notice we have this huge amount, 1.4 thousand. This is the same. All the countries get the same amount. So like China, which is massive, gets the same basic. You know, it fluctuates to a point, and you can see why you get this. But it doesn't. It's not based on your population. I understand why they did that, but it's bad. Then you get your influences like your diplomacy. Then you get your cold hard cash here. And this is up here because it wants us to pick a research, which we can look at this bizarrely done research tree. And if you hover over, because you got to hover over everything in this game, it tells you what this stuff is. You got to hover over so much shit. And it's also because we haven't unpaused the game yet. There's going to be something called technology spread, which is going to... we're going to get free technology from our neighbors. And, well, from... I don't even think it's from your neighbors. Like in other games, in other Paradox games, you get it from your neighbors. Like in EU4, I used to play as the natives. I don't want to not natives, indigenous people of South America, and I'd always make a tendril up so I can get up against a European country so that I would get the bonus of being next to them. It doesn't work that way in this. So these guys have the basic stuff. I'm kind of surprised because sometimes it feels like all of the technology for these smaller nations start out the same. These are actually slightly different. I played Madagascar a bunch. I played Brunei a bunch. Madagascar is probably my favorite until you get to this point where there's nothing left to do and you can finally escape the island. No one gives a shit about you on Madagascar. I think it's a bug. Anyways, we gotta pick what we're gonna do next, but we'll come back to that. This is the time, obviously, and this is your construction queue. Over here, you have a bunch of shit that we will be looking at regularly here. First, though, these are 4 little places. Some of the provinces in this game are fucking massive, and it also has this thing, which here's an example right here. So I've never seen this in a Paradox game, and I actually kind of like it. Sort of. Where everyone's a slave. Did I already say this, that I call this game the piece of shit simulator? I think I must have said that, because every country is a piece of shit. So you can't, if you don't want to play slavers, I think China, the United States has slaves. Mexico probably has slaves. I don't even know. Probably not, actually. Or you have to look at one of their states. They aren't. Holy shit. We should have played as Mexico. It's very hard to find slave groups in this time period. Like I said, everybody's a piece of shit. So looks like we got 4 of these little provinces. But one of the things it does, which I think is interesting, like I said, so if you click on this split state, it shows that this whole state is actually, so we just have a little piece of it. And that's kind of interesting. Compared to other Paradox games, you can't split up states and stuff. This does, and you can get little tiny pieces of them. For example, if we look at China over here, this is a little piece. This is a port city that Portugal has on China, which is, some of this stuff is historic. So if we look at this, this kind of guides you on who you want to attack if you want to attack somebody. So, and you can just keep living. You don't have to attack this guy. You can just, we're going to expand like motherfuckers. We're going to be warmongering pieces of shit. Oh, yes. Then there's this key component up here. This is a huge part of the game, malaria. And there's a button down here where we can look at everything that has malaria. I forget which one it is. Is it this one? I think I was too zoomed out. I thought it was this one. So this happens a lot for me. I had to click through a bunch of shit to try to... Here it is. Here's the malaria thing. Everything with malaria is somewhat protected from the Europeans. So, that's why, they probably weren't trying to kill me up here at the beginning, but I've never had them attack me when I was playing Madagascar. So it's somewhat protected from the Europeans if you have malaria, which is this bizarre game mechanic, and it kind of actually works. So there's some stuff I really like about this game, and there's some stuff that really piss me off. Like how buggy it is. It's pretty buggy. It crashes occasionally too. So we have malaria. So it says right here is that there's more mortality in non-home states. These are our home states. Probably this whole little area is. So when Europeans come in, they're going to start croaking more, and their colonial growth. So this is going to be the last place that they try to colonize. I played as these guys around the Great Lakes, as they called it, the Great Lake. And there was a point, though, so the Europeans can get this thing that, well, everyone can get it, where it defeats malaria. And the minute they got that, holy shit, Africa was overrun by the fucking English. The English were all over that shit. So we're going to have to be prepared for that. We can't be prepared. And that's one of the major issues that I find with this game. So in Hearts of Iron 2, or sorry, Hearts of Iron 4, Europa Universalis 4, and Crusader Kings 2 and 3. I've always picked like little nations or smaller nations like Brazil and been what I feel is successful. In this, I don't feel like you can be successful. I think you get just stomped on. There's a point where it like the game says, okay, now you're fucked, and I feel like that's unfair. And I don't want you. I don't want it to give like, oh, you should get special things. But I think that as a player, you're smarter than the computer, so you can make alliances with somebody and, you know, hold off the coming death caused by the Great Britain, which is in this game. It's Great Britain is always the threat. To me, it's always been the threat every time I've played anywhere. So we're gonna try that. We're not gonna get that far though because it takes forever and you got to micromanage the shit out of everything. This is the only game I play at 5 speed, of a Paradox game that I play at 5 speed. Anyways. So before we pick our thing here, we want to look to see what these places build. Let's turn this off so we go back to our normal. So there's buildings here, and you can look at what we got. So we got a millet farm here. We got a barracks of 10 people. We have like a lot of barracks, and that's all we got. So these places are very underdeveloped, which is you would expect for the time period. We got coffee and millets there, 2 of each. Where's our capital? This is our capital. This we have tobacco, livestock. This one isn't bad actually, but it doesn't look like we have any industry at all. We have textiles. That's pretty good. Then we have some textiles, and we got coffee, and then this just has a livestock ranch. And we got barracks all over the place because we're fucking crazy militant motherfuckers. We're gonna go to war with somebody like right off the bat. I'm gonna set up who we go into war with. And then you can see how shitty the war is in this game. The war is unusually bad. We can also check this thing while I'm here. Yeah, I'd always check this. And the smaller nations never get anything good here. So this is an overview of your country. Then this is an overview of your government. So currently in my government, and it's always the landowners. They always have the landowners are always the guys who run the place. So they have this thing called clout. That's how strong they are in your government. These are the things that they're into. So the reason I'm explaining all this is so that when you see me streaming it, you're gonna be like, oh, that's why he's hovering over this shit all the time. You gotta hover over so much stuff in this. So these are. I gotta read all these. These guys are slightly different. So sometimes. So a lot of the smaller nations that have played, these were all the same. They had no exciting stuff at all. They all had the same exact thing. So these guys are paternalistic, and the one thing I was looking for is, you know, we can look at distribution of power. What are we? We're a caliphate. Great. Great. It's just what I always wanted to run. Like I said, it's a piece of shit simulator. Appointed bureaucracy is very important to us because this will help take away the power from the landlords. And the landlords have like a ton of power. That music was like blasting in my ear. And then we got the religious people, but let me check this real quick. What other things they have? They endorse serfdom, huh? Strongly endorse it. And what do we got here? They are patriarchal. They're against free speech. They're for legal guardianship of women. Oh, the other thing I was thinking in this game is that they should let you get weird with stuff, and they don't. They like slavery. These guys are shitbags too. National supremacy. They're, you know, this is a caliphate. we're not expecting. And you might hear me say some stuff tonight like we should just let everyone die. They're for charity hospitals. And then we have the armed forces, and we have the rural folk, and then these people are too small to matter at this point. Later on, they will matter as we industrialize our nation. And then I always check to see just what stuff can be done. These are laws that you can try to pass. We could try to pass professional army, which actually is a pretty good thing. They're worth 60. They're gonna do a 69% to the. I know, funny number. To Wow, I'm shocked. Who's for this? The landowners are for this? I'm not going to run a Horror Man game either because we're going to do some shit. Local police force gives the landowners more power. What I want is dedicated police force because that takes power away from, well, no police force also has no power. Those people are just running wild in the streets. But the problem is that someone in your government has to endorse that, and we only have these two groups, and neither of them want dedicated police force. I'd probably do dedicated police force first. So that's why these like the 82%, but no one is endorsing it. It's grayed out because we don't have the tech for that. Actually, is the reason why those are grayed out. We can get that tech, but that's why we're looking at this stuff first. We'll probably do dedicated police force. They're pretty good militarized police. Local police force. The problem is, once again, it gives landowners real power, more power. And right, we want to get the landowners cannot be in power forever, because they're going to be a problem later. So that's the whole thing. There's kind of like a script you have to run through. It doesn't matter what nation you play, unless they have gotten rid of the landowners, which so far I haven't seen any of them do that. Start out that way. Maybe the United States or France or something. Until you can get them the fuck out of power, you're gonna have problems. And then each person also has like things they're into. This guy actually endorses colonialism. We're gonna need colonialism later. But we don't have the anti-malaria thing, which is lame because we should be immune to it because we live in a malaria place. But whatever. I kept saying Europeans. It's pretty much everybody. Look at these guys are so pro censorship. So professional armies a thought. 26 battalions, and this would make us have less. So what it's talking about, if we go to our military, it's talking about your conscripts. So we could still have the 70 guys. We would just we would have less conscripts, but the payoff is that we would get these other bonuses. So if we hover over this, there's so much hovering over shit in this game. We would get +2 max law enforcement. Sorry, this is dedicated police. We wanted, where are we? Professional army. We would get +2 to the armed forces political strength, plus 25%. So that's like hugely beneficial. We would also see how there's like a 25 barracks, plus 25 barracks max level cap. This would bump that to 100, so we could have like a massive standing army, and we wouldn't have to start conscripting people. We could also get more conscripts, but that's going to set us back, conscripts, because we have a professional army. Conscription rate, and then the morale loss is the real big one. Like I said, we are going to be like warmongers because that's what we're going to do. So we kind of want to help. Usually the armed forces, surprisingly, in this game are pretty progressive. So they want professional armies. They want colonialism. That's not progressive, but you know what I mean. So they want the good taxes that we want later, and then they also want National Guard's pretty good too. Military. So they want the dedicated police and stuff. So we kind of want to get these guys into power with us. And there's something we can do before that, but I just kind of wanted to look at. I always glance at this. I wish it sorted these ones that you can do to the top because you're scrolling, so much fucking scrolling in this game, and then there's stuff that there's no support for down here. Budget. Let's go over the budget because I do this every time. So we have consumption-based taxes, which I had never even heard of up until this point. Which is weird. So you can use your authority up here to tax certain items, and this is how much money you would get. The thing is, we're not going to do that. If you look at your population, there's so... This game is very fucking dense. This game is not... This is not a simple game, and that's actually one of the problems with this game is it has all this different information, and it's given to you so fucking poorly that it's hard to figure out anything. So if we go down to these people's needs, it shows what they need, and if they want, so they want grain. If we put that consumption tasks, it's gonna hit them in the grain area more so than this rich person who only has, you know, 25 or whatever. And there's probably some things I'm wrong about, but it's close enough. So right now, rich people are getting richer, middle class is getting middle classy, and the poor people are just getting fucked, is what's happening in our place. We have 5.42 million people, and the average is struggling. That's 8.2 is pretty bad. I like to get to like 11 pretty much as quick as possible. We have a pretty high population. These are just people who don't give a shit about the government or about the politics, but there's 1.16 who care. We're going to help the poor people first. There's no way around that, even if you wanted to not help them. I don't know why you'd want to. So back to the budget. So we can lower our taxes. It says that it's gonna we would be at like 6,000. So we'd leave. So you got to do a lot of math in your head. We would lose about 15. The thing is, that's gonna help everyone overall if we lower that. So you'll say, whoa, that was a lot more than my head math. Then this is like the armed forces and stuff. This is going to increase it by 700. This would increase it by $1,000. Get out of here. And this would increase it to, so we can still do, so I'm paying the government wages, so everybody who works for the government gets fucking cake. And see how it also makes these people like me better, the intelligentsia and the petite bourgeoisie. And this makes the military like me better. Notice that there's no landlords. The landlords don't like me better. And then if we go back to our population here, it probably hasn't, because I haven't unpaused it. So that's usually, because you can always raise it and lower it later, but actually don't click on stuff, because just don't be like clicking back and forth like I was just doing, because that actually has an effect. This is charts of the people who live here. We don't give a shit about this right now. Later on, we will give a shit. We do have 700,000 slaves. That's a lot of slaves. We're gonna want to free them at some point. And like I said, it's very difficult to start this game without running a slave state. So one of the things I check a lot here. We don't have anything in construction queue yet. We'll look at that later. Then we looked at the buildings. Where are we? We looked at the buildings by per state, but you also can look at them here. So we have one urban center, 2 textile mills, and the government administration. We have 2 of them. This government administration gives you these things, so we're going to want a bunch of those. And you can click on these things and give them modifiers if we have the technology. We don't have the technology right now. We don't have shit. We have like terrible technology. So here we could, like, if we had silk, we could also, so if you hover over, like, if you look at this, it says it's going to take fabric, silk, 10 fabric, 10 silk, and we're going to get 20 luxury clothing, and then negative 20 fabric, or just normal clothing. But what it means is it's negativing it from here. It's taking off our normal production, which it doesn't tell you what that is, because fuck you is what this game says. It just says fuck you all the time. It doesn't tell you. We can hover over here though, and we see we can make 45. We're making 45. So if we change this, if we had silk, we don't have silk. We would make 20 and 25. Instead of it telling you, and because we have 2 of them, see over here. Gotta wait for a second. Because we have 2 of them. So this does, tell you to a point, but it should just tell you the totals. And it also tells you this very important thing, which is going to, the cost of luxury clothing would go down, and then the cost of normal clothing would go up because we're making less of it, and then silk would go up, but we don't actually have any silk. We don't have the ability to make any silk, so we'd be absolutely fucked. So we got 7. So we can adjust what these things do, like how they make stuff. We can make this into a single crop, which is currently is millet. It's going to make that. Or we're going to make figs as well. We can have them use harvesting tools, which also changes with the type of employment. So it would use 1 tool. but it makes them produce more of the stuff if they're, or no. So in this, and I think with this one, it actually, yeah, so it just makes that there's less labor. So right now, like when I was playing China, there was no benefit to make them use tools because I had bazillions of people unemployed, literally like 100 million unemployed people. So I wasn't giving them tools because we wanted everyone to be working as much as possible. And this is, you know, it's not taking the people away, but it's giving us better production of meat. And the other thing we can check here is the price of stuff. So like right now, it's saying that the price of fruit is way too high. Well, I mean, it's not saying that's too high, but I can tell this is too high. So let's check our military real quick. We got 70. We don't have a leader yet. We're gonna need one because we're gonna invade someone right off the bat. And then there's this diplomacy and stuff down here. We'll look at these kind of, but that's basically everything that you need to know at the beginning. We need to pick, so I go through this stuff on every game I start and look at all the things. We need to pick what we're gonna do next. So we're gonna look at here. We don't need food industry yet. We don't have cotton plants. We also gotta set up our production. We're gonna like let a day pass and then we're gonna set up our production. Oh shit, this is gonna fuck us though. Our money is gonna get fucked because of our production. Dry docks, we don't need that. We don't have any boats. We don't need that. Mandatory service, we don't need that. Gunsmithing, seems like it would be cool to do that, but we actually don't want to do that because do we even have iron? Iron is the key ingredient in this game, and it's almost not even worth playing a nation that doesn't start with iron. It looks like we do though. This place, Nigeria, has iron, so this is gonna be our cash cow. Not our cash cow, our gun cow. We're gonna be trying to get to where we can build guns here. This is gonna be one of the key things. The other thing is, like every fucking game, wood is insanely important in this. On this screen, it shows you how much earnings they're gonna make that, you know, get translated back to you to a point. Stuff like iron mines and lead mines, they don't make you any money right now because we don't have any reason for them. But we can. A lot of times, what I'll do is I'll go through and click on these. So like a banana farm, because fruit is so expensive, banana will bring in like 1.5. It's probably the best. Nanners are always like the best at the beginning. We're gonna need nanners and wood at the beginning, regardless. Wood's pretty good. Food industry is like, we don't need it right now because no one knows it exists. They don't know that groceries exist, but the minute we build one, like it's gonna start skyrocketing. So we might want to actually move people to food industry pretty quick. That'd be an interesting maneuver. I usually don't do that. We should probably do gunsmithing then. But what do we got in society? Urban planning. Urban planning is what we want. Your infrastructure is you're always running out of infrastructure. Always. Like at the beginning, it doesn't matter the size of your country, you're always going to start running out of infrastructure, and it's a huge issue through the whole game. Infrastructure, and they know that, and that's part of like the mechanic of the game, is you got to wisely use your infrastructure. When you're a little country like this, like your infrastructure seems great, and then like this is what I was saying, like 1870, suddenly shit starts falling apart and you can't expand anymore. So the first thing we're actually gonna do, let's do a banana plant here. And this is how much infrastructure is available, but that will go up when we get this technology. So this place has 24,000 unemployed, 14,000. A lot of times I do it like this. 40,000 people unemployed. So there was the one thing I didn't bring up. In these buildings, you have these things, these subsistence farms, where they produce liquor. Well, these guys produce liquor, huh? Liquor, clothes, and furniture. And they put out, like, so they're gonna put out other, like, they're also putting out grain. They're like where everyone's like living out in, you know, like this is where the landlords make all their money, is off these subsistence farm. There's the word, subsistence farming. So you don't make any money off these, and so it's unusual for a small nation like this to actually have unemployed, because they usually all live and work in the S farms. So we got 40,000 people there. Unemployed is really bad in this game because they wreck your standard of living. So we got 14, we got 4, we got 24. It's pretty spread out how you would expect. And so this nanner farm is going to employ, see this number here, this number here, 4,000 laborers, 100 clergymen. I don't know what the clergymen do. They're actually like bookkeepers. 800 farmers and 100 aristocrats, and then we'll get, so this is like a huge, so this is about 5,000 people. It is 5,000 people. So wherever we put this, we're going to take 5,000 people off of the unemployment rules. So this is like a good, like right off the bat, and we're also going to make that much money. We're going to put that in there. I'm surprised money went up because, well, when we unpause it. So we got that. Now let's decide who we're going to attack. We should. Okay, we can attack those guys. We're going to attack those guys. We're going to attack those guys. We can't attack these guys because who knows why. This is a decentralized power. This is one of those. Wait, no, decentralized power. Why do they have people? Why do they have? Oh, that's what for the native uprising. I've never actually had a native uprising. So decentralized powers mean that you can't invade them. You have to colonize them. And see these little things, these little pieces? That's what when you colonize, you get one little piece at a time. What's up with these guys? They're probably decentralized power too. Yeah. So this is part of the issue with. So we can attack anybody. The reason I'm right-clicking and checking all these is because, well, I guess we could do this other thing. There's another way we can look at this. We can do conquer state. And everything that's green you can attack, except when I was these guys, it said I could attack these guys. And so I declared war on one of them. And I was like, how am I supposed to get there? My guys couldn't get there. So I don't know why it allows you to say you can attack these guys. My guys I couldn't pick that front. So there's this weird thing called the front. So these are the places we can attack. They're all the neighbors. So let's, because they're not going to like it. When we take them over, they're not going to like it. This place has jack shit. This place has livestock ranch. Iron, more iron. What is this? I bet you this is a split state. It isn't. It would also give us access to the ocean. This might be the spot. Wait, where are we? Oh, okay. I was confused for a second. Was it this place? No, it was Benin. Benin might be the spot to go. Yeah, it's not a split state. I'm shocked. So this would be the whole state, and they had some good shit. How many people do they? How many troops do they have? 20. We want to pick on chumps first. We want to pick on the real chumps. These guys we can't attack. 7. And if you hover over here, it tells you more. And this is very important. Oh, this is a decentralized power. Wait, this one's a decentralized power? Go away. It is. All right, I guess we're going to go this way. That's a bummer. These guys only got 3. Or is that a descent? No. So this one would be easy picking. So anyways, if you hover over this and it says the army power projection, that if they have technology, that's going to go way up. You got 2. You got, look at their flag. These guys only got 2. We might want to pick them off. How threatening are these guys? Are they a split state? Let's see. They're a split state, but the other direction. Now I'm bummed that this is because we can't get this until we get the colonization technology. How far away are we from that? We're pretty far away. We could do urban planning. We could do this, and then we could do that. I mean, I'm almost tempted to say fuck urban planning and go straight to here. What's the time on this? 35. Let's say fuck urban planning for now and go straight. We want to go straight to colonization. is we're going to colonize so fucking slow because of the malaria thing until we can get this technology, which is somewhere. It's maybe it's on production. I can't remember. No, I think I'm on the right. No, that looked like it was. It must be society. It is right here. That's where we should go next. Yeah, so once we get colonization, we want to do this one. We're gonna have to forsake like everything. This is gonna be quite a run, though. Yeah, that's currently 18 years. We're gonna have to also get our innovation up. So academia is good to have because we can start building whatever. We can start building things. Before I unpause it, though, let's go back to here and let's look. We can do this thing called reform government. And I was just curious who else we could get into the government. We could actually bring the armed forces into our government and still have 100% legitimacy. This legitimacy thing is some horseshit thing that they came up with. I find it to be very annoying. Like they add up stuff. It doesn't make sense sometimes. Like having 3 people in here, we could bring them in. It also, if you hit this button, it increases your I guess we didn't go over this number. Your radicals. This is our GDP. This is how many people are literate. This is their standard of living. This is how many people live there. It's going up. So we're going to get 39K or 34,000 people a year. This is how many people hate you. This is how many people like you. It's because I haven't unpaused it. Nothing's happened yet. We could actually do this. I don't think this is a problem. I think this is a good idea if we bring these guys in. They endorse dedicated police. We have to get the law enforcement thing, but when we might hold off on that. But they have better tax ideas. They also are for pro-colonization because we have to pass a law for colonization. What do these fucksticks think about colonization? They don't care. They don't even have it on their list. Get out of here. These guys are surprisingly progressive, you know, besides the slavery thing. What does this guy want? This guy strongly endorses colonization. This is so I think these things are randomly generated. We want to be jingoist right now. Like I said, we're not, this is a piece of shit simulator. I'm gonna confirm. I'm gonna bring these guys into the government. And you can get political parties later too, but this is we'll probably never get to there. There's journal entries are like the events. So that guy's in our government. I think we should just pick off this guy. Does he have any allies? You can go to here and it will tell you who might join us. So it thinks that we'll be facing just these 2 dudes. They're the Bigrami, and it's these other people may join, and this is where there's this weird thing called sphere of influence. And if I call it sphere of influence, forgive me, I do that all the time in this game. We're gonna attack these guys, but I'm gonna save it first, just in case there's something like just in case England jumps in. I don't know how they would get to us, but I'm sure the computer can cheat. There's also private stuff, but that will come into play later. What was I thinking about? I was like, oh, I want to do that first. Oh, we're going to spin these points and these points before I unpause it. So with your authority, you can also bring in people. You can bolster the people in your government. So let's say you had let's say you really liked a group like these guys. They're actually not that great either. But let's say we wanted these guys in. We can right click and make them better. I don't think we want to do that yet. I'm not happy with anybody, and I don't want to waste these points. We have like a ton of these points though. But you also can right click on a province, and we can promote social mobility. We want people to get people out of the poor section, and we want them to learn, learn new skills and stuff. This all costs money. There's actually an easier way to do this too. They're called decrees. We just did all of those, and right now all we really have is agriculture. Well, we have resources too. We don't have any manufacturing yet, so we can just do this on all these guys too. We can get this rolling. Whoops. We can just get this shit rolling right off the... What? Now I'm taking them off. Do I not have enough points? No, I do. We don't have any resources. Holy shit. Alright. Or maybe we don't have that technology or something. Okay, we've spent all of our... And you do get a slight bonus, but it's for your enactment time of laws. It's so weird to me that that's... Like, there's a lot of this stuff. It's like, it's one of those things that I mention all the time. It's... Are these guys not fucking playing their own game? Do they, like, code it and they're like, that's good enough, alright! We should probably do professional army since we're going to war right now. We don't have the tech for that. So let's try to pass this law with 78% chance. Because it went up because we put the armed forces in. Look at all these people love it. These other people they just don't give a shit. So we're gonna click this as well. This doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna pass, but it's gonna fucking pass. And I could bolster stuff, but I think I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I don't know if we could bolster it's just such a waste of points. We could bolster these guys for now. And it just means more people will join them, I think. Like, this is part of the problem. Like, I had attracted populations are to the interest group. Yeah, so more people are going to join the armed forces. And I guess there are we want colonialism, we want professional army, we want these different taxes, and we want dedicated police force. National Guard's pretty good too. So those are like all things we want. So that's pretty good. Like, these guys, they do have a lot of... We want appointed bureaucrats, but I don't see anybody who likes that idea. What about you guys? You guys don't give a shit about that. I think probably maybe the intelligentsia would be pro that, because yeah, they are. So let's boost these guys. The problem is these guys don't like us. There's like an insignificant amount of them. There's one more thing we got to do before we save it, and that is you got to do this micromanaging of buildings. We're gonna go through we looked at this. I think we looked at this, and there is nothing we can do yet. Do we have the ability do we have tools? We don't have tools yet. I mean, we have tools, but we don't have a tool thing set up. And we need coal for this change, and we don't have silk for that one. So probably... We also want to improve our... We currently make 10 construction points. And if we could make more, we would build things faster. And that's kind of one of the things you want to do with these smaller nations, is like really start pumping out the fucking construction things. The problem is, what does our market look like? I guess I have to unpause it. Currently our wood's not too bad. Generally wood's the thing that fucks you. Let's also put into production a wood logging place. It's not bad for the income. Where did I build this thing? And this is another problem that I have with this game. It's like, you gotta like east whatever. We built it here, so let's build this logging place here, because remember, this employs people. Another 5,000 people. Maybe it's 5,000 people for everybody, but we need laborers and shopkeepers. So that's going to give us two things queued up in here for now. We're also going to want to start pumping out some administration. In fact, when that professional army won't affect the administration. We got 100 points left here. We're pretty... Oh, we got one more thing to do. Like, there's so much to do. We gotta become friends with people. We can declare interests. Whoa. We can declare... Huh. We don't start out with a declared interest. Weird. This is a game mechanic that they're like doing the sphere of influence. I don't think it works very well, and there's ways to cheese dick it later. If you can get to a port, you can like attack these guys in Arabia, and then you can like... There's, like I said, there's ways to cheese dick it. Right now, so people can't interact really with you unless they've selected a strategic interest. And that's part of the thing, like, these larger nations have like a bazillion of them, so they get to just pick whatever. Arabia would be the next place we'd want to attack. It doesn't seem to want to let me do that. Probably because I'm landlocked. Yeah, so I'm landlocked, so we got to pick one of these. It doesn't really matter. I guess it does to a point. Who runs this shit? Like, well, Liberia. We want to... Yeah, so we don't actually know anybody. Like, where are the English at this point? We want to become friends with them, like, right off the bat. Where are you? I don't know if there's a way to tell this. No, there is. If I go to here, go to diplomacy. Is this you, you little fuckers? This is them, these pieces of shit. Who are these guys? Let's declare this interest. So like I said, we can't really interact. I'm shocked that so we'll do Senegal. And then the English have a thing there, and then we can interact with them. In the meantime, let's become friends with, let's improve relations with Denmark and Egypt. And these little ding-dongs, who gives a fuck about them? So we're going to keep this 500. This will give us infamy decay, which is where we're about to make some infamy, if you know what I mean. I mean, we're going to declare war on somebody. I'm going to save this. We haven't even unpaused it yet. How much time? 45 minutes. Imagine the first time I played. So I tried Mexico the first time, and I was like, nope, this is too confusing. And then I went to Brunei, which was actually pretty fun. And then I went to Madagascar, and then I went to Brunei, and then Madagascar. Madagascar is my favorite if you could get off the fucking island. You're like my whole island's all cities. People like walking around with their top hats, you know, perfectly dressed. There's not a poor person anywhere. Everyone's mobily upward, and then finally they let us off, and we do an invasion of Arabia, and it falls apart at that point. Nobody gives a shit that we exist. No, I was like a pirate raider, sort of. I declared war on somebody, and we were just blowing up their ships, even though all of our technology, like, we didn't have guns. Anyways, we're gonna fight this guy. We're going to conquer you. And I saved it, right? I sure did. And then this is when the game starts getting really poorly made. We do this thing, and it's called a diplomatic play, and this shows we didn't hire a dude, we need to have a guy. And I do like this, that it has like different, it has like information about this guy. This guy's a pillager, we don't want that. This guy sucks, he's terrible. This guy's innovative, and if he's the ruler. And he also gives us a command limit and prestige if he was the leader. Who's this guy? He's a bigot. And a surveyor. That's actually... How many guys do we pack? We might have to... We pack 70? We're going to have to hire a bunch of these guys. We're only fighting 2 people. You'd figure that'd be a pushover. We'll recruit that guy, though. He's actually pretty good. What does this do? His morale sucks. His offensive is good. His morale cap is down. Those will be inactive. What's this guy? Oh, it costs money to have these guys. This is pretty good. This is pretty good, too. That will let us field 42 guys. So we might as well. In my OBS, it suddenly looked like everything was way behind. It wasn't. We're not going to bring the conscripts into this. We're going to, you know what I should have checked too. Sometimes when you start, these guys aren't at 1,000. And this is, each one of these has 1,000 guys, and this is how good they are at fighting. Sometimes they aren't at 1,000, like I said, when you start. So yeah, just double check. You can also outfit our guys differently, but the thing is, like, we don't have any technology. We're just still irregulars. Like, we have guns and spears and shit. It's good enough for our current war, I hope. So it gives you this number. This is your chance of winning. During this period, you can also, countries can join, countries who have an interest here. So the UK cannot join us. These other guys could, like if these guys, Egypt, join, we'd be absolutely fucked. Egypt, this went down because we declared war, I believe. I don't think Egypt can get to us, so they can go fuck themselves. But we also want to mobilize this guy and then click this advance to front button and click this button. If you don't do that, then your guys don't get into the fight. And then we're going to advance him to the front too. And our thing went down. And that's war in this game. That's it. That's all you do. We're going to unpause it now. And then we're going to repause it. I know you're like, but you just, what? Because we want to check the market and see how that changed. It seems about the same. So if we look back at our I don't need to look at it, but we're going to look at it anyways. If we look at this overview, I bet you these guys want fruit. Oh no, they don't give a shit about fruit. They care mostly about grain. I wonder if they don't give a shit though because it's too expensive. They mostly give a shit about grain, which makes sense. Let's look at our market again. Nothing really changed. We do need wood. We got those two things queued up. We don't have any private construction, which surprises me. Usually I have private construction, which is about it. Oh, our investment pool just started though. This is the investment for like private construction. Everything's fine. We'll just chill how it is. These things are gonna start going up because we fucked with some things. Our enemy has begun mobilizing their troops up to. We're enacting this professional. We're getting these spread things. This is what I was talking about earlier. Oh, fuck yeah. International relationships is spreading. Admiralty is spreading to us. And then Steelworks. We don't give a shit about this one. Steelworks is pretty useful for our particular case. So this is war. No, we're not to war yet. We're just doing a diplomatic play, which is we tell them we're going to fuck them up if they don't become our people. So this is just a random event. I get this one every game. There's very few random events. So we can say, hey, like give this to the landowner gets it, and more people become landowners, and the farmers get it, or we can make these people like us less, and then the Sunnis get it. We'll just stick it on the farmers. Fuck them. Now we're at 100% over here with the thing. You might notice me like constantly staring over here. The issue is that it will enact things, and it just has like flashing over on the right. That's what this is, flashing, and I miss them all the time. Our flag is just as green, straight up green. Guess that's fine. So at this point, they can try to sway people to their side. I don't think this is just us that it's talking about though. It's not talking about I believe that their side is hidden. They have a cool thing with 2 swords. Oh, and this is finally starting to go up because of. Oh, and this is starting to go down, which is a huge bummer. Oh, it's because we're at war. It will go back up once the war is over. And this just continually goes up until they get to 50. I don't think you can attack. I know you can't attack someone if you have 20 or higher opinion on them, and they can't attack you either. Look at that. All of our pricing went down. We want low prices for everything, basically, right now. So if you're scared of England, I'm pretty sure if you can get your diplomacy up to 20 with them, they can't attack you. But the thing is, you might have noticed like down here somewhere, I will say like someone's trying to improve relations. They're trying to get it up to 20 or above, so you can't attack them. Which is it's kind of a dumb thing. Oh, we're at 3. I was like, why is this going so slow? This shit's gonna fly by. What? Oh, see, these guys lost interest in Senegal, so we can't become friends with them anymore, which is so dumb. So we're gonna see who else. Oh, there's the motherfuckers right there. And France. We want to be friends with both those pieces of shit. And we're almost to the actual war part. We got 42 guys ready to charge across the border. Services and copy are up. This has now progressed to the consideration phase, so that each law has to go through these like rolls once gets through this, and that's what it's talking about with this bonus over here, the enactment time. This is it has to go through here, then it does like a random roll, and then you go to the next thing, and it says somewhere, I forget where, it says what, like, oh, maybe it's over here. Maybe it's here. Here it is. So we have a 74% chance of success, and then we have a 25% chance of advance. Those seem like the same. And then the debate and stall. So you can be like, if you try like real low percentage ones, you can be stuck with, and you only can do one law at a time. You can be stuck. All right, now we get to see what an actual war, it doesn't pause one. You can adjust that, but it doesn't seem to always work. To arms. Our nanners are done. We finished our nanners. So let's take a look at our market here again, and let's see how bad the wood is. The wood's going down, and we're building another logging thing. I'm gonna build another logging thing. How's our fabric? Fabric is dirt cheap. I'm gonna build another logging thing, and then we're gonna upgrade our construction. The construction building takes logs and fabric. We already have one building here. Where are you guys? You guys don't. You have no unemployment? No. Oh, it just needed to update. See, remember earlier I was like, it's weird that they have unemployment. No, there's not. They're nowhere. So we have one going in here. Let's sort it by infrastructure. I guess this one. We're gonna do 2 of these. We're gonna kind of go hardcore into the logs, because logs are always a fucking issue. All right, so the war has started, and then we have this battle here. For some reason, only 25 guys can go in. I think there's a wit thing, like in EU4 and Hearts of Iron and all that. It's garbage. The combat's garbage in this game. Doesn't make any sense. But we're attacking these guys. They've killed 86, and we've killed... Really? I've never seen it where we're killing more than they're killing of us. I have this turned on, by the way. This is a special thing that I went through here and turned some stuff on. Because I find it useful to know, like, have these things like, why is fruit going down? We didn't build any fruit. I'm shocked we're doing more damage to them than they are to us. Anyway, we've killed them, and our green flag, now you can't really tell because our flag's green, but we actually own like this part of the country, and we have to just continue on until we get this, which shouldn't be a problem because they don't have really any military. What was I thinking about? Oh, fruit. We got to go back to our buildings here and check. So this is part of the micromanaging part that gets real fucking old pretty quick. If we go to our 7 millet farms, and luckily we have 4 different provinces or counties or whatever, we can go to one of these and we can change it from a single crop to figs so we get more fruit. Oh, I know why I went down. We built the nanners. The nanners. This is saying that fruit is going to go up. That doesn't make any sense. Sugar is going to go down. What? Why would fruit go up? Millet isn't a fruit. What are we currently making? We just get grain. Why the fuck would fruit prices go up if we put that doesn't make any sense. Sugar, yes, because we're going to get sugar out of it. Goods produced. Yeah, we're going to have less grain. Grain should go up a tiny bit. I'm going to switch one of these to figs to try to help with this. I know we built a nanner place, but... Oh, it dropped kind of significantly earlier, and I didn't notice, but that will help it go down a little bit more. Where's our grain on this list? Grain is pretty inexpensive, so we can fix that. We're going to micromanage the shit out of this thing, because that's how you... All right, we're to the adoption phase for the professional army. And sugar did go down, and fruit did go down, so it was just a bug, probably. Now we've completely... There's no more military for us to fart? To fight. So we can demobilize these guys. It gives you some warning. That you're gonna pay a price for them for early demobilization, but it's generally worth it. It takes a long time for people to give up. What's the problem here? What happened? Why can't I demobilize this guy? He's already demobilized. What about you? Why? It was grayed out. Oh, he hasn't been here for 6 months. Oh. There we go. It was like an extra day. He showed up a day later. So that penalty, you know, will go away after 4 months. But like I said, maybe against these guys it won't take 4 months. It probably won't. So that might have been dumb, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Sugar's way down. We probably don't. So this is this is like the main part of the game. Now we have a shit ton of sugar. What do we do with the sugar? We need to find something that uses sugar. And I'm pretty sure if we go to our market, if we go to sugar, it's going to be way at the bottom here. You can click on it. You can see applications. This is what produces it. We don't have sugar plantations, I don't think. And this, oh yeah, so we have 7 of these and 0 of those. What can be used by is food industry. So we could start a food thing. Remember earlier I said, hey, I'm surprised. We'll throw one in the queue. That's an industry. This check mark means are there enough people that with the knowledge to work there. I don't want to do Nigeria. This one has too low of infrastructure. That one's gonna get neglected. We'll put it in here. Houseland, what is the name of our capital? East Houseland. Okay, so these two are the good ones. What are these little numbers? Oh, this is the local price? Oh. Yeah, we know what the local price is, motherfucker. War is over. Wood's coming in. We got another logging camp. And we're going to go to war with somebody else here in a second, too. Once this one's fully over. So this, just like all the other Paradox games, it does cause people to... it does cause people, the other nations, to dislike you. And you can check that under this stupid thing right here. It's your infamy. We have a 3. It decays 0.099 a week. So the way I look at all these decaying things that they say they decay, that means you got to kill now so that you have more time for the decay to happen. Don't procrastinate on your murder. This is a pretty good country to start in, actually, for little guys. All right, we've now taken this place. We own it. It's ours. They love us. Just kidding. They hate our guts. And that's why I wanted the cops. The cops would have helped with this. There's not much we can do except for incorporate it, which costs this, which we're now at a negative of this shit. but now this is part of our things. It's a partial state. Oh, it also, they were building something here, but we're gonna get a massive negative. See this construction efficiency. We're gonna get a massive. We're gonna just get rid of that. This place is just gonna suffer and suck for a while. We could violently suppress them. Generally, I don't do that. I just let them suffer. We could do social mobility. You know, it seems like the turmoil mostly just goes away on its own. Like it sucks for a long time and then suddenly it's fine. I don't know. At the beginning, I was very stressed over the turmoil. And I was like, man, there's got to be a way to fix this shit. And then I stopped caring. It just goes away. What's up with... Oh, we start out with 10? What? I wonder why. Most places I've played start out with 5. I thought we had like some buildings that I wasn't paying attention to. Huh. So the reason why the private industry hasn't jumped in here is probably because I haven't built any buildings, but they also have like this money that they put aside, and you can actually look at the money that's put aside by building. Like they have some really cool shit in this. So this is the cash reserves. Well, this is different, but this is how much money is like put aside for this building. So if you were to delete this building, they would lose all this money and people would be bummed. But we also put in this investment pool. We're putting in money. All investments are multiplied by 2.35 due to the gross domestic product of whatever. And so this is money being put in for development once we get our private queue. I'm surprised. I'm so shocked we have 10 here. Like every little nation I've played has had 5. I just assumed we had some construction buildings, and that's why I was building so much food or wood to start with. I was trying to drive down the price of wood as low as possible because we're going to use so much wood. So what we're going to do instead here, and then we're going to start like we're going to try to get our construction industry massive, because we are in a race. We're in a race to 1936, and the computer is obviously going to probably cheat. So we need to race and build as much shit as we can, and we can build like a ton of stuff as long as we can get things rolling here. And we just got to get things rolling. So we got to put a construction building. I guess there's normally a plus button here, but we don't have a construction building to start with. So that's, I think, under here. We can go to a government. It's 300. So we're going to put this. So this place doesn't have the people. It doesn't have any infrastructure. This is the place we just captured. So we'll put this, East Houseland is our capital. Let's put the construction thing in our capital. This place has 2 government administration. Wait, Houseland is our capital, isn't it? It is. Okay. I like to spread out my stuff. There's probably some reason not to do that. But we're actually not even getting all of our... What the fuck? If you don't have enough administration, you don't get all your taxes from the people. And so we do not have enough administration here in both these places. But East Houseland, because we just built a bunch of buildings, we need to throw in an administration there to collect taxes. And these are the taxes we're getting. So what did I just build? Let's not do the food industry yet, because the issue with that is we're not going to get the fucking taxes from it anyways. So we will do the construction sector, which is going to jam up the price of logs and fabric. We'll do the administration, and in fact, we're probably going to have to do a couple administration buildings. But that will also get the private industry going. And we got to declare war on someone too. Right? We can't just sit around here. Oh my god, I missed my break time. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. What should I put it on for you guys to look at while I'm gone? Cultures? These animists, they're over here. We could just kill them all. We could just kill them all. Alright, anyways, I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Okay. Hey, you know what I just noticed? That I'm getting some lag in this game. Huh. I wonder if my voice is all fucked up. Maybe things were behind earlier when I said it looked like they were behind. Huh. It's like a minuscule amount, but even a minuscule amount lagging with the encoding. Who are these fucking guys? I floated away from my place here. I never click on this button. Who are these guys? They must live. There's 100,000 people living in this little spot. 140,000 people. Yeah, wow, it's going to take us quite a while to incorporate these guys. 5 years, 4 years is quite a while. We got to get our... Well, we got to go to war with somebody. They got 10 dudes. They got 15. They got... Oh, everyone knows that they got a warmonger on their border. This guy doesn't know. They know that we just went professional army, too, probably. Because the computer cheats. I guess this guy's next. The cooperative. We probably can't. Oh, we can. We can. I guess you're next, buddy. We're just going to get a bunch of turmoil. So what that does is it brings up this. I guess we could... look at that. Maybe we should put these guys to the sword. First, we could do like... we could cancel this and do violent suppression. This is one of the things that's weird about this game is it gives you the penalties from turmoil goes down, but the other things don't. We also could enact like a law to help with that. Local police. The problem with local police is it gives the landowners more power. I want dedicated police, but we got to wait for that technology. And that's like 2 steps away, and we're like hauling ass for you know, we're getting this this is getting to us via spread, so we could do urban planning. This will just continue where it was. We can do urban planning and then go for law enforcement, and we'll just suffer with all these radicals. Maybe we shouldn't go to war just yet. Again, the problem with not going to war is, you know, you're not at war. That's always a bummer. And this is part of our state. So this one wouldn't be... part of that would be... I wonder if we could ask them for our part of the state. Doesn't look like it. That'd be cool if we could have, though. I wonder if that's how that works. I've never seen that, like a thing like this. Maybe I have, and I just never noticed. Generally, I ignore this to a point. Like, it just shot up, but see how it's going back down. It will slowly go back down as these guys, I don't know. It's all these dudes we just took over. If they want to go in a revolt, it's fine. We'll shoot them again. Their turmoil is going down. It just slowly goes down on its own. I think it actually has a limit because we don't have law enforcement. But we don't want to build anything there because see that negative 33% state construction issue? And nobody wants to move there. We could do violently suppress that and it would get rid of the turmoil issues, but I don't think it affects this. We could look that up. I've never used the violent suppression thing. That's a problem with this game. You gotta look shit up all the time. Victoria 3 violent suppression. How to reduce radicals in turmoil. How to deal with radicals in turmoil. Which one's newest? I always forget to turn my game capture back on when I do this. This is very bright in my eyes. Improve their standard of living. Passing laws. What is turmoil? Normal turmoil is called... Yeah, I've read this before. It was a different article, though. Like it was from a different website. They just all post the same shit. What about violent suppression? Violent suppression. Violent suppression. That's what I Googled. Oh no, I guess that was the one I just clicked. This is an older one. The thing is that they change stuff so frequently because it's all crap. Turmoil, I just want to know what this actually does. Like, it gives you that bonus, but sometimes there's other things it does. Can we do filter tools last month? In conquered territories, the only answer is time, but the minimum will depend on the population's general turmoil. Since it's a state, you have to wait. but populations can also generate general. Yeah, we just have to wait. We just have to wait it out. There's me. We're Inception. We did the Inception thing. Let's turn the game capture back on and the display capture off. Yeah, I mean, should we worry about this? How many people do we got? That's a pretty insignificant amount. When you look at this graph, you're like, holy shit! What's their standard of living? 9.7, and ours is 10. We're not doing too well with that, by the way. We need that to go up a lot more. I think we should go to war again. This is a fuck around game. We'll save it just in case we make some massive mistake. But I think this place needs to become ours. I mean, doesn't it look like it? I mean, look, they're Sunnis as well. I see no reason not to kill these guys. We can make them a vassal, but we're not. We're just going to conquer them, and it's the same thing. It's showing the different people who are interested in this area. They could join in. That's one of the reasons why I'm saving it, too. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to mobilize these dudes and mobilize this guy. We're warmongers, man. We're going to advance to this front. So you got to do this every time. And if you have a bunch of armies, it's a big pain in the ass because this game hates its players, and it wishes the players died. Just kidding. Oh, we have a journal entry. Journal entries are events. Oh, it's this generic one. Everybody gets this one. And you just got to wait for that one out. I don't even... The journal events are not good in this game at all. The Opium War one is fucking trash. All right, so we finished both those lumber places? I guess we did. So we have 5 weeks, and then we're going to fucking get it hit really hard with the money problems there. We're going to get shit all over with money problems. Here it goes. There goes our money dumping into the ground here. And the reason is the cost of wood. Like I said, wood is going to be a problem. Oh, he was able to get 4 guys together. That's good for him. So wood is always going to be a problem, but we need to keep getting these sectors going. We need to keep, that's got to be a thing, is we got to keep building these up. So what does that mean? We just got to build more wood fucking things. More logging camps. You still have 21. Like I said, I like to spread them around, even because they occasionally get these event. You can only have 2. I wish it told you that. So this is another issue that I hate about this, is you can't like right click on this to like, okay, I made a mistake, I want to take that back. Nope, you can't do it. You got to go to the actual place. This is Sokoto Outer. That's this place. So then you got to go over to here. You got to go to the building, and you got to go to here, and then you negative it out. How many can you do? You can do 18. Northern Cameroon. There we go. We'll put 1 there. I want to keep this list. So a lot of times I'll get this list of like 30 things, and it's a fucking disaster. So we'll do it this way. I think you're supposed to stack all your buildings, but occasionally, like I said, you'll get this event that, like something wipes out all of your industry, and if you have all of your industry already there, then, or in one spot, you're fucked, you know. Sugar's way down, tea is way down, wood's up, services are up. We're at negative money. That's okay. We got an issue here. This guy can be demobilized. It's the war's not over. I hate this. It's telling us we can send this guy home. That's not true, dude. The fucking war is still going. Also, devastation goes to the areas next door to it. So that's what's happening here. There we go. We fought a battle. We kicked their ass. What's it telling me now? Now they both can be demobilized. Not true. Not true. Oh, wait, it is true. It's all, that's it? You guys are over that quick? All right. So we can demobilize these guys. It's a tedious process, like everything in this game. All right, I'm just bitching and moaning at this point. So I really like parts of this game, really like it, and then other parts are not so much. There we go. They're done in. We got 136,000 people that don't like us because we. Okay, so that did happen. I should have put a better war score. I wonder if I should load it. I wonder if I can. Let's save it. I'm curious. I keep meaning to do this. And so that's the one I just saved. I hate how they arrange all these save games, by the way. We'll load this one. I believe this is right before we went to war. What happens if I say annex this? Wait, we annexed this part? And this was just the little part left over? What? Time is still paused. I want to go to here, though. Add a war goal. Okay, so that's what... You can't say, like, conquer everything. That's what I've been fucking up lately. Let's double check. Conquer Burgu. Yeah, so we'll just continue from here. What the fuck else did I do? I just ran my fucking mouth for a while. We were about to lose. Yeah, that's all we did. Is I just ran my mouth. Did these guys get the attack orders? They didn't. This is why I don't do Iron Man. Is because we'd have to have. So this is the problem. It would be a 5-year truce. We would sit around with a fucking thumb up our ass for 5 years waiting to get that little sliver. Fruit is way up. Everybody's neutral. Someone could join their side. They pulled up their conscripts. We're already over there, ready for the attack. Same as before. We're not at the negative, but we're about to hit the negative. War is broken out. Did we build that other? Oh no, we're building it right now. Because I feel like that might solve some of our money issues here as well. Wood is up, not too bad. Services is up. Fabric, that thing goes away on its own as well, which pisses me off. We've taken them completely. Now we can demobilize these guys. It's hard to tell because our color is green. That was all we need to do. Being negative money isn't the end of the world either. If you hover over this, it will tell you how much gold reserves you have. And so we have like a pretty massive amount comparatively to negative 300 bucks. So we'll just wait it out. We'll wait it out. We're going to get another 70,000 people upset at us, but who gives a shit, right? These guys are going up and down. All right, now we own that place completely. This looks great, doesn't it? We've already expanded to a massive amount. We'll give it a second. Oh, did I change my technology like I wanted to a second ago? I did. All right. Urban planning will help. Kind of a significant amount. We'll just hang out for a second and wait here. See, now our construction goods cost 2K. And it's going to be all wood. Yep, it's always fucking wood, man. It's all millet farm. The fuck out of here. That was the place we just took. So now our private industry is going, and they're just going to town on the tea. So we need to throw a couple of wood places in here. Resources, logging camps. Oh yeah, I never queued this one up because I reloaded it. So we can get 20 there. 18. You only can really have 2, huh? I wonder why. I don't really want to waste this guy's little tiny... Nigeria is landlocked too, so there's a major limit to the amount of infrastructure you can have in one spot until you get railroads. These places will be useful. I know their infrastructure is all fucked right now, but that will be better. That will get better. I guess we can build a second one here. We're going to have an infrastructure problem pretty quick, honestly. Real quick. So we're going to need to expand like we are. Regardless, there's the tea coming in, and the tea helps give us money. Coffee's up. We got the journal thing happening. Come on, tea. Get that tea in there. It's probably a good price for tea. It was 1K until that guy, yeah, won. And that second one. Tea price is going down. Coffee and services are down. Some guy retired from political life. That's a bummer. A monument to the Caliph. This will get prestige. So prestige is this weird thing in this game where if you have enough of it, you'll become like you'll stop being an unrecognized power, and you'll be a, whatever the next level is, you'll be a recognized power, recognized minor power, and then that will let you have like more spheres of influence, etc., etc. The Sunni, this is actually, so this is one way. They need way more events, by the way, and more events that don't have two. They're almost all like 2 options. I'm sure the next one I get will have 6 options, but this will make it so that less people. Oh no, that just makes the Sunnis not like me. Which currently, do we care? They are a 7. We want to get them out of government, honestly, because there's backwards. Look at this, religious schools. So one of the things that also I'm kind of disappointed in this game with too is that what happens if you really wanted to embrace the fucking, you want to become some religious fanatic. You can't really do it without really fucking your country up, which is kind of a bummer. Like, I know that that's how it is in real life, that, if you're like a religious fundamentalist country, you're generally, not improving like your literacy and stuff, but it would be nice to get bonuses for fanaticism to war or something. What was I doing? Oh, this thing. Yeah, fuck them. And I was going to put in, did I already do it? I did. I put in the logging camps. The food thing will be nice. It will get us a new thing a new thing we can worry about. Liquor's up. So this is the game. I'm not joking. Once we drive this price down again, if we can get this price to if we can get this construction amount down to like 500, we can build another construction place. Or if we get our income up enough. Basically, we need to have about $2,000 incoming, so we don't hit a negative before we can build our next spot. Part of the problem is these places hate our guts. We just captured them. Yeah, see this little sliver. That little sliver wasn't there. Isn't part of our problem. I do want to go to war again now. 73 seems like a lot of guys. We would have to hire another general, but it's really not in this game. It's a small number of people. Groceries just hit the floor, but what's going to happen is people are going to want to start buying groceries. It's going to add to things that people want. Groceries are now way up because a bunch of people are like, hey, we can buy groceries now. And if we go back to our buildings, though, we go to urban, and we got food industries. Oh, we don't have this. We don't have the. We could add. So I was going to add that sugar that we had. I was going to convert our sugar to it, but we don't have the technology for it yet. And we need coal for this thing. So these things I just know off the top of my head. We could put more millet farms to the fruit if fruit is really that high. It is. How low is? Look how low grain is. Let's switch a millet farm over. Look at this guy. He makes 7. Oh, these ones aren't. Oh, these are these places I just took. We're not going to do those guys. So let's change this back to a single crop and change this to figs, because this is 2 and this is 1. You know, that's how you do math. That's going to fuck up a bunch of shit, but we'll just let it slide. You know, I also could raise taxes, but we don't want to raise taxes just yet. Groceries are still going up because people like groceries. Fruit is down, which is good. Services and furniture. So I turn that on where it pops up. They call it a toast. Groceries are out of control now. So if we go back to our industries, what do we make? Yeah, so we make some good money if we build another grocer. But we're going to run out of fucking infrastructure is what's going to happen. Hey, we're in the positive over here. Yeah, we're going to run out of infrastructure. Pretty quick. That's going to be a problem. We don't have any ports. Ports are the other way, so we need to get to the ocean, and then we can build up our ocean place with ports. What was I just thinking of? How much? Remember, there was a thing we were losing a bunch of money because of. That's not that. Oh, it's under budget, and it's at the bottom here. East Hausland. I don't know why I have a German accent there. We need more administration there because we're only getting 57% of our taxes out of there. So let's go back to, this is the game. This is literally the game. East Hausland. This is not our capital, even though I thought it was. We're gonna go to buildings. We're doing this a dumb way. We're gonna add another person. How much does it cost? We're paying 2.23 thousand in. Oh wow, our military wages are quite high, honestly. For this small, it's because we have 73 guys for this tiny nation. Our this is going to add about 900 to add this other administration place. How much? I wonder how much unrealized tax there is. Like, how much money are we missing out on because it might not be worth it? Like, does it tell us? Well, we're bringing in 2,000, or we're missing 2,000. Uncollected taxes, average tax ways. Tell me what's the. I think that's probably like half. That's on our current tax. Yeah, I mean, that's our current tax. So we won't break even. We'll be in the negative still, but we don't have to worry about that just yet. We can start pumping out stuff. What do we got in our list here? Government administration. Let's put in first, though, before we do that. Let's try to bring down the price of stuff with wood. We'll put another wood place here. It's a real bummer. We can only put 2 here. Oh, now we're up to max level of 2 is due to share of land owned by, It's a real bummer. We only can do 2 there. Oh, look at these guys. They got qualifications now. I forgot to put. Well, that will have to do the trick. Whoops. I want this to come back. We'll put this up here. And this place we need to incorporate. Yes, I know we'll be at a negative. 5 years didn't pass. Okay, we got 34 months. I generally try to keep it around, just like 1,000. 1,000 incoming would be nice. When I see I have extra, I immediately buy another construction thing in most things. Not always. It depends on what phase my country's in. But that should help. Building logs. Yeah, see, it's going to bring down the price. Because we're bringing down the price of wood. We're making our construction costs lower. We're gonna go to war here again in a second. We just want to find pushover places. I know you're like, that one place only had 15 and you were scared of them. I'd rather just pick the chumps first here. This is going to be a problem, but I really wish we could get the whatchamacallit. All right, we're about 200. Well, there is some infrastructure. So I guess your infrastructure goes up with your population too. But it does. So you only can get plus 20. So it helps a lot, but it's not enough. Oh, we still haven't gotten that, huh? Let's do law enforcement. We really do want to go for this. Law enforcement will help us with this turmoil issue from the places we've captured, and we're gonna keep capturing places as fast as we fucking can. I don't think that gave us any actually new laws. Do we have anything good? Theocracy? No, thank you. Local police? Nope. We'll do dedicated police once we get this technology. It's 35 months out though. For some reason, when I first started playing this game, I thought it said 35 weeks. And so the whole time I was like, man, this technology is taking forever. 35 weeks? It's been like 2 years. I want this. So this, I probably didn't explain this. This goes up and down depending on the average standard of living. Part of that is by building these buildings and making things cheap. People can buy stuff that they need, like we were looking at over here. How we doing now, huh? Yeah, so these guys we still need to drive down prices more. And these guys will get, the lower strata includes clerks, farmers, laborers. They're probably mostly, the slaves thing is gonna fuck us forever. We gotta free the slaves too, because that's gonna be a problem long term. And the computer is going to keep building this stuff. Generally, it builds okay stuff. Occasionally, I've seen it do some real stupid shit. All right, so this is a law that people want to happen. And so the intelligentsia and the trade units want this to happen. It has low support, but what that does is when you're not doing this, you get more radicals. We're just going to ignore those guys. We can't do it anyways. It's a dumb thing. Like, is that even a choice? Homesteading is 16% chance. There's no fucking way that that's going to pass, and it would just bog us down in legislation. That's one of the things that it kind of really frustrates me with this, because you can't do anything about that. You can't, it just sits here. You can't do anything. I was hoping maybe there was a agitator here and I could ban him or something. You just sit here. You can't do anything. It just sits here. Yazawa, how's it going? Yeah, you can't. And I can't, there's no way I can pass it. I've tried in the past. I was like, I'll just give it a shot. And then you're just stuck. Everyone's getting pissed off. So we'll just ignore those guys. Homesteading is better than what we have right now, which is serfdom. All right, this administration. Let's see how much money we actually make from this. Yep, definitely. Just jam the economy. I didn't have everything. I didn't have anything queued up, for God's sakes. This doesn't count. This amount doesn't count because I didn't have anything queued up. Usually I have too many. I was trying to fight the urge. I don't usually go like tons of capitalists. Let's see here. Let's go through the list, I guess. I was going to try to think. What is something that will bring us some money? So bananas. Tobacco. It does too. Yeah, it does help get rid of the landowners. Logging camps. I mean, we could just do another logging camp. This gave these guys some additional, that technology we just unlocked gave them some additional stuff. Let's see, we could do another food factory first. Food factory, then 2 logging, probably. You always got to do so many logging. Logging, yeah, logging's always the thing. We're not getting any taxes from these guys, so we're getting half of our taxes. Do you guys have any unemployment? 5 people? That doesn't count. Yeah, I usually have just tons of logging. That's why I was surprised that there wasn't anything in my queue. The problem with the logging here is we don't have that great of places for it. We're gonna have to invade somebody else. I guess we can put one into Nigeria. And we'll put an additional one here. House land. Did I already ask how your night was going? Zawa? Yeah, Zawa. So I'm probably saying your name wrong, but it's what I do. Oh, I forgot these things. All right, so this is the other thing. It doesn't warn you. Well, it warns you down here, but I can't. I always miss them. Let's see who else. The Netherlands. We could do the Netherlands. None of these places matter. We should go to war again. Is what we should do. So I actually turned on where it's supposed to tell me. Maybe, whoops. Maybe this is building built. The toast is supposed to happen, and it's supposed to pot. Building expanded. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. None of that shit works. It blows my mind how buggy this is for what it's supposed to, you know, for its. This is a AAA game, man. AAA game. We got iron frame buildings already. That can be interesting. So one of the things with this is back to this construction thing that I was looking at. We can move to this next level of technology, which actually we don't have any iron going yet, but we could start working towards that. We're gonna have to put tools in, and we're gonna have to put iron. We have those available, which would save us wood. We would save us wood. Yeah, so I actually bought this right after 1.4 came out, which was, you know, like a week or two ago. And I didn't, you know, it wasn't planned. I was just like, oh, you know what? I'm finally going to buy Victoria 3. And I was like, I think it was the day after it came out. And so I loaded it up, and within 7 minutes it had crashed. We only have one iron spot, which is a huge bummer. But yeah, let's throw some iron in here. And tools we haven't even got started yet, so let's get some tools going too. We're gonna wait on those things for now. We can put it here since we're not getting taxes from that place. This is gonna be a slow growth though. So anyways, it crashed after 7 minutes, and I was like, holy fuck, this game is it's a piece of shit. And then it actually wasn't that, you know, that was like, it didn't crash again for whatever, 10 hours or something. And then it crashed a bunch, and then they had to put out a bunch of hot fixes, and they crashed a bunch after that, and then it kind of recovered. I think we should plan for another war here. I think we should go to war again. I think that's the plan here. I'm just going to double check this thing too. You got to double check this shit all the time. All right. Let's see who we can kill. Let's see so these guys only got 15 and 3. These guys are at 10. We want to get to the coast though. So how bad was it at launch? I heard these stories, and this will get us to the coast. What about these guys? This will get us to the coast. I wonder, is this a split? This has got to be. Oh, it's covered. It's all turmoiled. Why are you all turmoiled? Oh, because part of this is us. Great. Even more reason to kill you. So also you'll sometimes find stuff will appear. The coast, what is your... Man, the turmoil is really bad here, actually. But I mean, we'll just add it to our collection. All you got is coast. Nothing special, but that will get us... Oh my god, you only can have 2 ports? Maybe we should pick off one of these guys first. I don't want to be a neighbor of Egypt. That's one of the things I don't want to be. How does Tripoli Triple Lonnie, Little Lonnie. Oh no, private. I actually really like the pirate restriction. Have you ever played Shadow Empire? I highly recommend that game. Let's go. Let's take it. Let's take out this desert. They got problems anyways. What is their... yeah, part of this is us anyways. We can just slurp them up. We can bring them into the fold here. Yeah, let's take out these guys first. Yeah, you should check out. So, it's funny, when I was playing this the other day, I was like, you know, this is kind of a lot like Shadow Empire has. Shadow Empire. I wonder if they were influenced by each other. It's the same thing. When they have extra money, they'll kick in and start building stuff. And you can actually nationalize this stuff. There's a famine here. This place is in shit shape. Crop failure. Standard of... Oh, man, this place is in terrible shape. Probably a good time to go. Oh, my God, the 5.7? Let's declare war on them. I'm going to save it. Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to there. I just want to pick off as much, all the easy suckers first. Ah, fuck. Okay, so we gotta do. So this is what I was talking about earlier. We're too friendly with these guys. So we'll start lowering that, and then these guys. How did you look? You guys looked also crappy. 15. We are still have a buffer state. This is the Darfur. Man, I played that in CK3. We were playing this area. It was awesome. This area was actually really fun. I think we might have been more down here, though. In CK3. We were playing multiplayer. I actually streamed it, and then we were supposed to be co-op, and then, of course, one of my friends backstabbed us all, and we were like, dude, this is... So let's go off, not backstab. We can take out these guys. They're only at 15. What was this guy again? 35, 7. Why did I change my mind about him? Oh, because I didn't want to go to the coast yet. Is it 20? All right, we'll go after these guys first. Let's double check. Yeah, they don't have guns. Actually, what was this, guys? Is it equivalent? They have 21. Huh, maybe they have 1 cannon or something? What a weird number. Let's attack here. Oh, I can't attack here. All right, we'll damage these guys. We're going to prepare then, I guess. This is colonization. I think we're gonna end up attacking these guys anyways. I was gonna hold off because it looked like a little bit of a fight. Occasionally you can be surprised in these battles. Actually, not occasionally. So far, regularly. That's why I save it before every war. I had a battle where the English attacked me when I was playing Brunei, and they couldn't land. My fleet of like 1 ship. In fact, it was just 1 ship. It was like my second game, and I was like, I don't even know what this guy does. My fleet of 1 ship kept destroying their fleet. My tech or their tech? My tech's trash right now. Their tech, it looks like, you know, generally if you hover over this power projection, it multiplies it by the tech they have. Can you look at their tech? No, okay. I thought I missed something. It's easy to miss shit in here. My tech's just I don't have any military stuff. I got nothing yet. I'm trying to race towards colonization so I can get that law. Well, first thing I want is dedicated police force. Oh, that's a good idea. Check their barracks to see what they got in there. That's a weird thing that you're allowed to do. Does it show? It doesn't show the. It what does it show us here though? It doesn't show their what kind. They're like. Oh, here we go. It does show everything. Well, I mean, I guess it's fine. This is. Oh, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I usually just hover over the power projection thing. It's not 100% accurate. But yeah, I've seen some crazy battles where I'm just like, what the fuck? Let's go back. I mean, one last double check. I think these guys were seconds. 7? Why didn't I had a second. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that after all. I guess these will be the first ones. I feel like they should just have it. Like it shouldn't be like I was saying earlier. I was saying in the beginning of the stream. You have to hover over so much shit, man. It's like this is the hover game to see all these graphs and stuff. Like the power production should just be here, just like right here or on the other side of the guy. Let's just take these guys out first. I already forgot why I didn't want to attack them. I saved it, so I think we're fine. There's only 9 of them. We gotta do this garbage shit. It's definitely a spreadsheet game, and I actually, so you know, you said you really liked it. There's parts of this where I've had like tons of fun. Like I said, I really liked. Did I mobilize the same guy? I really liked playing. I suddenly Madagascar, but there's a point where like the whole game implodes, and it's not even late game; it's like middle game. For them, where it's not that there's a problem, like the game mechanics stop working, and it's annoying with them because like for some reason they're just completely ignored by everyone, and you can't get them to take, like you can't trade, like it's really hard to get trade and stuff, and it feels like it shouldn't be that way for those particular people because there's so many people going back and forth right next to them. All right, so we got the international relationships. We're almost to. Oh, Dai is really down, huh? We're almost to colonization. I wonder if we'll get spread. Steelworks is spreading. I love getting Madagascar. Like, you know, it takes 50 years, but to have like this complete industry running just on those 2 things, they don't have iron, and that's part of like I was like eagerly waiting, you know, to attack these guys when I could, because you have to have a certain size fleet to attack to get a sphere of influence. I was thinking, no, I'll be fine. We saved it too. This will be fine. Meat and fruit is up. I haven't played Britain either. I don't. Almost all of these Paradox games, I rarely ever play the main people. Hearts of Iron, when I got it, I immediately played Germany, and it was like it was so fucking easy. Yeah, even though it's named Victoria, it was so. Oh, they're gonna do a food industry for us. It was so easy that. As Germany, that I never wanted to play a major nation again. I played Japan a couple of times, but they lost, like, you know, and that was actually easy too, because what I did is I just never, I never picked a fight with the United States. In fact, I just kissed their ass the whole time. That might not have been necessary because this is going to be over in like 2 seconds. Yeah, that was not necessary. Groceries are down. We have conquered that. I got to remember to add all of their states in. See, now the state. We have more of the state. Terminal oil's terrible, but they're incorporated. Let's check our little outliner thing here to make sure we only have one incorporated. So this guy got incorporated, huh? 6 months. It was just you? I thought there was 2. Huh. I guess it was really quick. I didn't look how what it is. How have you tried China? My non-streaming game is China, and I'm really struggling, man. There's just I have like literally millions of people unemployed, and I can't build the buildings fast enough to employ them. I almost delayed the opium crisis to, delayed. So in China, they have the there's the opium wars and shit. Oh man, this place is getting fucking jacked. They have the opium wars. I think there's only one of them in the game, but there's a decision in it where you can ban opium and it like makes things better. But I delayed it because I wanted more of my people to die. Seriously? How did you do it? I'm curious because I cannot build, like I can't get the people, I can't get the unemployment down. It's outrageously high. These guys are okay. Well, they like me. They don't want to go to war with me. They don't want to go to war with me. They love me, and so that I ban the opium, but banning it isn't benefiting me because it's going to make more people unemployed. And did you get rid of the social network? Social network is not the correct word. The social network is what is it called? Social services, health system, labor rights, welfare. Did you get rid of poor laws? The firewall thing. I don't know what the firewall thing is. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so I don't want to get rid of that. So that's the thing. All the unemployed people are making my expenses out of control. Yeah, so I was trying to do it without getting rid of that. I'm just trying to give them jobs. Because then, then you got to have the Boxer Rebellion or whatever. And I was trying to avoid that. I was trying not to play the script. They always do that in Paradox games where you got to play the script. And I don't want to play the fucking script. I want to do my own thing. And that's one of the things that I like to, that's why I pick a smaller country instead of playing like Germany in World War II. You're just going to play the script and maybe do it a little early. But you're going to win the battles because you can micromanage better than a computer, which is weird. You know what I never checked was how was this? Let me check this, and then I'm going to go take a quick break. Was it east? Let's go to my budget. Was it east? It only went down 1%. We must have built something else. Did I never build that thing? No, I built it. It's not this button. It's this button. Huh. I guess I'll add another one in there. But I'm going to take a quick break, and I will be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me put it on. What did we do last time we did culture? We can leave this it's so small. And leave this technology thing open. Atmospheric engine. There we go. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so that's why I call it the piece of shit simulator, is because you're supposed to act like a piece of shit, like getting rid of the poor laws, and then you have some rebellion, and then you just shoot all the rebels. Like that's the classic, thing. It's like, why are we attracted to these games where we get to be pieces of shit? Who knows? I don't even know if I want to do that anymore, but we're okay. We're fine, actually. For these guys, this is pretty easy so far, but we haven't run it in... Well, we now have the coast. I put a government administration down. How are you guys doing over here with your turmoil, by the way? Are you struggling? 40%. What about you guys? So part of the thing I noticed is if you grab another one of their places, the turmoil, like the place next door, the turmoil will go back up. So it's better to get them all. How are you looking? 35. I think Benin is next. Benin is next. It also is a split state, I think. Oh no, that was the one that wasn't a split state. What about you guys? 17 and 9. Okay, you guys might be next, because you're not a split state. Maybe it doesn't tell you when it's a capital. Maybe because it's... I don't know. Oh, yeah. No, I know. That's why I just conquered these guys a minute ago. I was waiting for them to go down. But if you get the one next to him, it also pops up their thing, their terminal, their turmoil again. Let's ignore these guys. Look at all the unrest we have. It will go down. It will go down. We're gonna help out everybody. They want freedom of conscience, huh? I don't remember what that one does. I never get it. I remember that. This actually isn't a bad... This would actually reduce the Sunni power too, which would be nice, but I'm not going to do a 20% one. That is awful. It would be another struggle. Oh yeah, I was like, why are we doing that? It's so we can war with them. We're just gonna have an issue with turmoil for a while. But we're building a bunch of buildings, and their population isn't out of control here, so we should be okay. Yeah, this is a good cue there too. So we'll chill for a second before we do another war. We'll pick off this guy, then we'll pick off this guy. Actually, can we pick off that guy? We can, and we can do that guy. This is decentralized, I think. Yeah. And hopefully we'll get a little money here going. Got another, there's our iron mine, which is going to cost us money. This guy's doing the food, which is good for us. We're going to have to micromanage some buildings in a second. Do you play with the auto expansion? I tried it a little bit and it was pretty bad. What do we got here? We should probably switch over. This will give us additional services, and we can tax services when the time comes. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, I've gotten this one too. I think I've gotten every event, and there's only like 5 of them. Okay, so one of these guys will die. We can stop them, and these guys will get less popularity. Their popularity doesn't seem to matter that much. Rural folk or a Sunni guy. I don't really care about either one of these. We should ban dueling. Their approval goes down and the intelligentsias goes up. We're at 9, so that doesn't really matter. The intelligentsias is low. I think these guys, I have them bolstered, so there better be the guys I want. I think they had like some tax things or something that I wanted to do. For 5 years, let's do that. And maybe that will like kind of calm down some of these idiots. This is intelligentsia and trade unions. trade unions. Yeah, they don't like us. And this is nobody. Nobody's listed on here. I'm not too worried about a revolution. Where I guess our guys are kind of spread out. That's not the best move. I'm gonna chill for a minute more. This is gonna cost us money, is the thing. What was I thinking about? Oh, we need glass. Let's throw a glass thing in here. Which of course is gonna take more of our precious wood. Houseland, how are we doing on our tax issues here? It's 13%. Let's try to not put them there then. And it's those two, I think, that are the what's under budget. Those two are under, yeah. So we're gonna want to go there. Yeah, did you try China after the 1.4 update? Because I saw a bunch of posts from 2022 talking about how easy China was, and I was like, are we playing the same thing? Let's see. So these two have the tax issues. You're up to 20. We got, wow, look at this place has 140K. Let's go by labor here. Let's do North Cameroon. Crazy. Crazy that you found it easy. Maybe I am just terrible at this. All right, there we go. Distillation is coming. Because the opium war isn't a problem. It's the overpopulation. We don't care about that at all. We're almost here. Tools are next, my friend. Tools are next. Chill out. We have tools. They're coming. Why are we out of tools? Oh, does this require tools? Does the iron mine? I don't remember that. Turn this down here. No? Yes, it's the iron mine. All right, they're next. And there is the law enforcement that we were waiting for to get our dedicated cops. Dedicated cops. So I think we should do colonization next. This will take a hit on our bureaucracy when we start enacting this stuff. What is this going to cost us? 65? That's not bad at all. It's like 3,600 on China to enact a law. Any institution, I mean. Dedicated 72. That's what we were waiting for. That is what we were waiting for. And I got 500 of these. Let's check some improve relations. What do we got? Spain. We only can do one of these. I guess I feel like Portugal is more of a threat. And that's just our tool shortage, which is on its way. Should have done the tools first. It's not a big deal. Look at that. Everything went up. Everything is going up. This is going down. No, it's not. It's going up. It's these things. These things are the problem. We need these. Oh, the rural people join it. Like, I would like to. I would like to get away from the thing, but I can't pass that law. That shit's not gonna fly. What do they want? Homesteading. 26. Not good enough. Not good enough, my friends. All right. So this is like the micromanaging thing I was talking about, where it's just you gotta constantly. That's why I turned this thing to pop up. Keep an eye on this stuff. because things it tells you generally up here, but I like to keep an eye on stuff because then I know what to build next. We only got 2 queued up. The tool issue should be solved here. I haven't noticed them matter anything. Like these, like the movements. You mean these things? Are they were less of a? I mean they matter a lot actually. I take back what I said. Anything. But I feel like you have little, like bolstering them and stuff does little to them, and I was actually wondering if it was bugged out. All right, so the police should help with the turmoil, and we could actually get this to the next level once we have 65 extra of this. So we got 1 government. We're gonna need another government. This stuff costs money. Whoa, we're negative cash, huh? Government wages. It's the only thing we can really affect is we can bring our wood down, which is not a big deal. We could do another wood place. Which place was this is the place that's still getting incorporated. This place is new. What's your top amount? What's your unemployed? Or you're pretty good actually, but I'm gonna put 1 here. Yeah, I wondered if the bolstering thing, I wondered if it works at all. We are going to need coal eventually, but I guess we'll hold off. What I wanted to put in was a couple more administration places. We need 1 here, and we need another 1 here. And we're going to need it. They do 2550, I think. Does it tell me? 35. So 2 is going to get us enough, but not enough for the next level thing. So let's put, this one's going to need another 1 anyways. Let's do 3 for now. That's going to be expensive, but we got the cheapest shit going on. We can start taxing services or something if we need to. Minus a million, 1,000 is not a big deal. And so these guys are trying to raise it and we're trying to lower it. That's why this is sitting here like that. All right, servers is going down. We got the tools down to nothing. Got you guys, I thought you guys needed some tools for your iron mine. I think it will adjust itself here in a second. We are building that. It's gonna cost us money. Let's put an oh, that's why I wasn't building. I forgot. We got the. All right, we'll put that somewhere else. I like to be very picky about. This is outer. This one's good, except this is the place with 2. Motherfucker. I guess we'll go Northern Cameroon here instead. No, I'm just gonna do single player. Maybe next time. Next time I stream it. I'm gonna wait though until the 1.5 thing is out of beta before I stream it again, because there's already people talking about how that one's a lot improved. A lot improved. I think I'm gonna go to war here in a second with these guys. I like to constantly be at war. How are you guys doing with your... You've built a little bit more. How are you guys looking now? 1 more each. Yeah, see, the longer I wait... the longer I wait, the stronger they get. These are the 2 I was lowering. See, they're keeping themselves alive. There is a way I can get around this if I have it. I have the technology now. I can expel these guys. How is my... Let's look at whatchamacallit. My infamy. We're at 0. They're just they're counting completely on this not going down. So we can expel, and I think it goes down 30. So we could go to war, but let's just pick off this guy real quick. He's got a kind of a shitty taxation. Oh, they both have a shitty taxation thing going on. Their infrastructure is pretty good. I know they only have like 2 ports. Huh. Let's go to war with this guy. Oh, let's save it first. Yeah, always got to save it first. And I'm going to conquer 28, and we'll bring in, I'll hire another dude too here. Another general. Hopefully, we won't get anybody who sucks. Oh, these guys suck. Well, what about this guy? It's always the guy on the right this time. We want to go... There is a mobilize all button. There we go. It's going to cost us 0. Then you still got to have him go to the front. You still got to put him on the front there. I wonder if there's a move to front button. It says -6. I also am playing a total warmonger as China. I've taken over like every single country, half the countries that are next to me. Tibet was the first place. Just knocked him over like when I unpaused it. Like, you know, for the first unpause, just knocked them over. Korea, they're vassalized now. Like they started out like as a tributary or something. Siam, I think. No, it's the place right next to Siam. Bhutan, just total warmonger. We were talking about this earlier. All right, I'm going to send this to him. I actually haven't had a crash in a while, and then we'll restart it. Luckily, it saves it every month. Every month. I can't believe 2.5 hours have already already happened. Yeah, I think, you know, I was playing it on my other computer though. I wonder if they care if it's the whatchamacallit, the graphics card I have in this one. I don't know what year it was. We're not even 10 years into the world. It was pretty recent. We still got stuff queued up. Why was I building glass? I can't remember. I am going to have to start doing some taxes here. We should probably throw the taxes in now. Have we won this? We can... Why does it always say that? Let's go to my budget and see what we got. We could do... Services is the one I usually do because it goes off the rich people. That would give us a nice chunk of change. We'd have to go back on let's do that real quick. Since we had the... we also got the ability to do improve relationships or something. Egypt, absolutely. When did that appear? Were you there the whole time, Egypt? So let's go back to my decrees. Take a look at this here. We got a lot of them going. We just got to cancel 2. I'm just going to cancel this one and this one. It doesn't really matter. And then what the fuck was I going to do with that? Oh, I was going to set some taxes up here. Services. There we go. So like that's why I wasn't really that worried about whatchamacallit. Yeah, they said we could we're still fighting a war here, guys. I can't even tell if we're winning. We have been victorious. Our morale was shitty. Look how... I mean, we're going to win, but I would prefer it to be more of a landslide. Alright, now we're done. It's all over. We have another one. So let's see if this one bumped back up. No, it didn't. Good. Sometimes it will jump straight to 50, and I haven't figured out maybe if they're like a portion of the same state or something. That's gonna cost me for how long? 5 years? Let's just do it. We'll deal with the mess later. Because I need some of this for the next level of law enforcement. Enact racial segregation. I keep saying it's the piece of shit thing. It's the piece of shit simulator. What do you want? And you gotta look to see. I don't even have that as an. Oh, here we go. 14%. Oh, is this a step in the right direction? All pops in Sokoto, which is the name of my country, will immediately reconsider their interest group. Okay, so this is less terrible than national supremacy. You can't jump straight to the good stuff, though. Man, these guys need to stop asking for shit. It's really hurting my shit here. We might have a rebellion on our hand soon. I need to throw another construction thing. Whoa, we're having all our money. I need to throw another construction thing into play here again, too. That's like a classic maneuvers to forget to upgrade this. In my case, we can get lower wood. I gotta check once this glass thing's up. All right, wood is planned though. All right, so glass went down, but what are we using glass for? I don't even think we're using glass for anything. Let's see, with the market, we can actually, with our glass building, we can make with dyes. I think we have, yeah, we have dirt cheap dye. So we can actually turn this into make both porcelain and glass. We don't have any silk, so we can't do that. Tools. Oh, this was the thing I was getting the glass for. Let's do that. How many are there? There's 4. That might have been a mistake. Let's see. It will tell us. It will. These guys got to like kick into gear though. To turn some of those off. Yeah, glass is too expensive. So they got to kick the glass. Manufacturing all the way up into gear. So I'd maybe. It's no longer a shortage. No, it is a shortage. I'm surprised that thing went away. I think, though, once this is full, it will probably be okay. It is not okay. we're in the green though. We got wood coming. We got a government thing. This is why we probably dropped a bunch of. Yeah, we got 16% tax waste because of that. That 50 is giving 60%. That's funny. I had like negative 400 as China, and it was like 0.1% tax waste from that because they have so many. Let's throw another glass thing in here. This is how we do this, is just fix the problems that we've caused from our own thing. these guys are the tax issue places, though. So let's put it here, I guess. That's all the way down here. You have an issue as well, though. That's the new unincorporated place. Man, both these, I mean, I guess we just won't get the taxes from it. It's kind of a bummer. You aren't a problem. No, you do have a bunch of turmoil. See, like this is another example of where I get frustrated because you need the information, and it's not frustrated, it's annoyed because I need the information so I can go over here. I gotta look, I gotta remember this stuff. I can't remember this shit. Both these places have tax issues. Oh wait, no, it's this place. So Sokoto Outer whatever doesn't have it. In Northern, you got 20. You're fine. We'll build it there. And we are kind of running low on money, honestly. I need to keep it in a positive. What is going on over on my right? Thank you for the follow. Sorry. my thing on the right, my activity feed was scrolled all the way to the bottom. Yazawa, thank you. And thank you for the inspiration. I'm going to keep playing as China because it's not like it's over. It's only like 1850 or something on my China game. It just, I'm shocked at how hardcore it is with all the population. You've inspired me to continue. And have a good night. I'm gonna check this real quick again too. I made a shared market with Russia. They offered it. It's kind of interesting. Denmark, sure. These guys are all from these places I've captured, so we're fine there. 1 p.m. It is 10:41 for me. It's Monday night, but it's a Monday, we had a holiday. Okay, so Glass still thinks it's a shortage, so we might as well bump this all the way up for now. And that will save some money. And then the admin will come in. Don't care. Services are up for some reason. So that's kind of a problem. Not really. That isn't a problem because we would already be feeling the pain there. Maybe it hasn't kicked in, honestly. So let's think about what do we got to do next. We got colonization. Really, in reality, this is the one we really want next. But look how far off it is. We haven't even gotten to we can't build universities or anything. So that's probably what we should do. Centralization is going to, this will actually solve a bunch of our tax issues that we're having in that other. Maybe we should do that one real quick. We should force this to. Generally, I don't overlap these things when they're getting. How far was it? It was like 5 months. Let's go away. 3 to 5 months, even with it. Let's not do that. Let's go to what else do we got? We don't know how to make guns yet. Oh, but it's coming. We got distillation, which is that will help our thing there. We don't have any cotton, so prospecting, mandatory services isn't that. We do have a port now. I kind of feel like academia. The issue is that we need to get we're a long way off to having free time to be building universities. What does this give us? Embargo, trade agreement, customs union. So that's what I made with Russia. First, when I was China, I was playing. We got the trade agreement, then we went customs union, which is weird. One of these, we don't have any trade routes. Nobody wants to talk to us yet. I still think, let's do that one. What does democracy give us? Mass communication gives us some more authority. Either one. Well, let's do democracy first, I guess. Because we get different laws we can try to enact that we didn't have access to. So maybe there's the poor laws. Poor laws are actually would be kind of useful if we had more money. But we're also not taxing all that heavy. Like, I could raise our taxes if I have to. That would give us an additional 3,000. Let's see how long we can hold off on that, though. There's emergencies then when we can start raising taxes and shit. I try to keep that to the very last second because we want things to expand because of our. What are you building? Tobacco, textiles, perfect. See, we're in the green again. If we can just stay like I would like to be in 1,000. Actually, we need to be like 3,000, honestly, so I can build more construction. And we need to be 62 over so I can build more. Hey, wood's down, fabric's down. Good job, guys. Some guy went into exile. I wish these guys would stop whatever they're doing. This is finally going down for some reason. And this is going up. Excellent. And then when glass comes in, this should go down some more. There we go. Things are changing, readjusting. You got to wait for the factories to kick in and the people to move around. Sometimes, it's not worth it for them to work at some place, so they don't live there. Oh, here's another bug, by the way. Sometimes it doesn't show the next thing that's up, but it is here. The government administration, it's just bugged. Tools are still very expensive. So let's solve our current crisis, and then we'll move on to building. We only have one tool spot. See, I think this is. Yeah, this is the turmoil place. This is the turmoil place. This is a turmoil place. These are the two tax issues. We're gonna get a kind of a Nigeria doesn't have that much. Damn, dude. Everything's an issue. We need a third one of the government administration too. Glass is very expensive still. Dyes are up. Glass is down, but it's still just sitting. It's like I'm sitting and reading the newspaper in the good old days. Glass is up. Now we have two of these things going on, and you can't do anything to them. So here's the tax capacity that I was hoping for that we got, and then Home Affairs Institutes. We don't have any. Oh wait, our ruler died. Who's our ruler now? What is he? Is he a jingoist? We want a jingoist, but we got a traditionalist. So he wants state religion and legal guardianship of women. We didn't get a jingoist. That's what we wanted. See, these guys are still at 56%. We need to get them less. Do we have anything that's good? This would actually, we're at 25. That's pretty low. Okay, here's we can colonial things. Let's do it. It's gonna give us a hit here, but let's do it anyways. Oh wait, I didn't want that one. Fuck you. You can see this is what pisses me. This is another thing that pisses me off. It shouldn't kick in until you unpause it. I wanted actually resettlement. Well, what's the difference? Tension decays go down. Additional bureaucracy cost is 75. Those guys support it. Those guys support it. It's the same people support it. You'll not be able to attempt to enact this for 730 days. I did well, we could roll back a thing. Yes, we want to do this one. That's going to make us have some more issues here, but we can fix that as well. Why did this drop to 7? Happened. Is there some other penalty for why did this drop to 7? Oh, did we go back? Did we get, remember how earlier it is? It dropped down 5. I wonder why. That is something I had. Remember at the beginning I was like, what's weird? They have 10. It's so bizarre. And now we're at 5. It must have been some sort of technology. Why would that's one of the most bizarre things I've seen in this game. I guess I wasn't paying attention. What did we get that would affect us? I'm gonna look it up. That seems bizarre. But remember, like, you know, at the beginning of the stream, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Victoria 3, construction dropped 5. It has to be some late game construction as a drag. It is. That's why I picked a smaller one for the stream. Keeping construction goods kills me. Yeah, so that's a normal thing though. I just wanted to know why. What did they call this? They called it it's just called construction. I wonder why it dropped 5. I was so weirded out by being at 10 at the beginning. I guess we'll never know. I can look it up later. Let me just turn this back to that. Well, that's a bummer because it's not even give us a break on the construction cost. What a cheap piece of shit thing to do to the player. I don't understand at all why that would. What a dumb fucking game. No technology should give you a hit to your construction level. Nothing should give. Like what? Do I have? Maybe I had some events that was happening at the beginning. Oh, maybe it was like one of these guys. Maybe it was my ruler. Maybe he gave me some special +5. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know. I'm frustrated by that. That's frustrating. Fuck this game. I'm gonna keep playing it though. Oh my god, I'm already 2 hours and 45 minutes in. We'll just have to build more stuff, and which means we're gonna have to focus more on wood. Wood is 1.75. How much wood do we have queued up? We have nothing, no wood queued up. So we're gonna do like a wood for every other thing. Wood is like the thing in this game, like every fucking game. It's got to be related to that dude. The Yoruba states, or these guys, they actually have a pretty significant. We just gotta wait for their shit to go down. This guy, oh, this was the 2 spot. You're kind of low on workers, though. We actually didn't. I think we need to be more aggressive. I thought I was being aggressive right now, but I think we need to be more aggressive so that this turmoil has time to go down so we can start building shit there. Because we are going to run out of stuff. This is the place. Both these places have issues with their taxes, but we may have just solved that with that technology. This one's solved. This one is not even close. You know what we could do that I totally forgot about? We need to get, if we have the decree, we can actually do a decree that would help with infrastructure, though. It doesn't help with, let me think about this. Or not think about it. Let me look at this. It helps with the infrastructure, not tax. Man, this place is just... We really got to get some shit built there. We have 1. let's go back to here. Look, we had one being built here. This place I think is going to give us a negative, though. If we do that, it's going to have a negative to our growth, or yeah. We were preparing to go to iron. That was what we were doing. What is the iron cost like? We might want to do that now. Iron might be worthless. It is worthless because we don't have... So let's do that now since our construction building, we just got fucked by that. It had to be a leader thing. This is going to cost tools. How bad is the tools? Tools are pretty bad. So let's do this. Government administration, let's kick this tools up one. We'll wait for those tools to get done. Then we're going to switch to an iron-based economy building system. Because this is going to slow our fucking shit down to a crawl. That extra 5 was like a huge bonus at the beginning. That's why I was flipping out about it. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is great. Look at that. All of our shit just went really up a ton too. Colonial enthusiasm. We get an enactment chance of +20. We get some prestige, which could probably not that useful. Colonial growths for 2 years and an enactment chance. Let's do that one because it's gonna be rough over here to try to give all of the tools are back down because of all of the whatchamacallits. Malaria. Malaria is what I'm talking about. Discord within the Sunni. They get negative attraction, which is good, and we get an additional... we want neither of those people, so we'll do this one. We're at 95%. There, we're definitely getting the resettlement thing. And look at all of these things. You guys... Is this going up or down? It's kind of flopping around. Tools are down a little bit, but we're still building them. We did the government administration, which helps with this. This is still growing. So this goes up depending on population. So grain is down a little bit. That's good. It is like reading the newspaper. We've gone to the next. We're going to adopt this shit in any second. Man, this feels really slow. Once that we have to switch over to the higher thing, this is too slow. The higher thing happens faster. This is our hit there, which I knew we were going to take. But now we have the ability to colonize stuff. So if we go to not conquer state. We do want to go to war. Establish colony. There we go. So this is a part. See, they're all malaria. All of our choices. This is a part of our thing, though. Like a part of North Cameroon. So we could do this. It is kind of interesting how this happens. I guess this is the spot we'd want to do. We could go by boat and come back in here. It's going to take an eternity. That's why I picked that one thing. Actually, 72 days is not bad. Do we not have the... We must not have the... malaria thing. That was... Remember earlier? I was like, malaria is going to fuck everything up. Yeah, this will get us to the last little part of this. We're running it in negative again. It's okay. We can pull our ass out of stuff. What did I do last time? Oh, it just fixed itself. This is so slow, man. The growth is so slow. The construction. That extra 5, man. I'm telling you, that was some fucked up shit. I don't know if we can expand fast enough here either. You know, see how this thing see this bug as well? when I hover over this, it puts it over this thing. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. Whoa. Okay, so we got some landowner stuff happened, and it was because somebody retired, and now we just took a big hit against a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I feel like that shouldn't happen either. It should be more of a gentle slide. We might not be able to switch to iron. Sweeteners for the food industry, which is actually something we were waiting for, because we have that. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, this shit's worthless. And we actually have a lot of sell orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of rearrange a few things here. We can put sweeteners in, which will produce more of that. What do you got here? We could also produce more booze, but I don't think booze is actually for like something anybody's using. It's fucking worthless at this point. So we'll just switch to sweeteners. What other buildings? I like to always double check here. We have this stuff already what we want. Tools, we could go to wrought iron tools, which would solve our tool issue, but then we would have no iron. How many tool shops do we got? We got one. Construction. How much you're gonna need 50 iron? Holy flying fuck. All right, this is what we're gonna do instead. How bad is the wood crisis that we're having? It's not that bad. So the tools, we can fix the tool crisis kind of right now. We're gonna switch. How bad is the iron? I think is dirt cheap right now. It is, yeah. What do you mean 0? Oh, it's because they're not making any because it's worthless. We're gonna go back to this building. We're gonna go to urban. We're gonna go to tools. How many? I only have one. We're gonna switch that over. So we'll get more tools right off the bat. That's gonna take 20 iron. When this tool thing comes out, we're not going to switch it over. Not yet, at least. Yeah, well, look at that. Tools just fell to nothing. With that one change. What? I thought we were using tools somewhere. Government admin can go to filing cabinets. I don't think we have any. Yeah, look at the cost of paper would go up. That would actually be really useful, though. It would give us an additional tax capacity and stuff. We gotta add onto here a fucking paper place. So this is the micromanaging that I was talking about. You like hit a thing and you gotta fuck around for a while, then you gotta rest, and then you get to rest and wait. And you hit a thing and you gotta fuck around for a while, and then you gotta wait. And you're all while balancing that, which isn't bad. It's just this is the tax spot though. North Cameroon will eventually be ours, all of it. We're gonna need 2 anyways. It's always worth it just to throw 2 in. Let's not switch those buildings over yet though. So back to this building check here. We really need another construction spot. That's what we really need. What was this construction thing though? It would take tools. We need more iron as well. Do we have an iron thing lined up? We're going to add in another iron mine. This is going to take fucking eternity to get this shit. Oh, we only have one choice there, so might as well throw in 2, like I was just saying. Let these tools go and let things kind of readjust themselves for a second. I've lost my country. And groceries are up. Democracy is done, which we have new laws that we can interact, so we'll check our laws too. What was the chances to get to here? Yeah, 12 years? No, we really need it. We have a lot of things we got to get to. It's been 10 years since we started. I guess that's not that bad. Prospecting's good. This is 35 months. These are probably also... Nope. For production, I think we got to do this one. Military, we got that coming in. Dry docks, max ports. That will be useful later, but it's not like critical right now. Academia would be nice, like we talked about earlier. Plus 10% authority would be actually okay. What was I going to do with my authority? Did I ever do whatever I was... Oh, I was going to tax something else. If we wanted to, we could also tax porcelain, which would give us $1,000. I like to tax the rich, basically. It helps balance out this thing here. See, like these guys are still... They're not getting everything they need. Because shit's too expensive. What do we got after tools? Government? Let's kind of like mix these guys up. There's another government place. And the kind of cool thing... Oh, it won't happen for 51 days. There, like a little notch will come out of this. Actually, I think it's kind of happening... We'll see here in a second. See, they're like a little notch happens. It's weird. This is the first Paradox game where I've seen them do that. All right, this is going to use more iron now. That was why we did this. We want after this. What is the price on iron? Is it through the roof? It still says it's worthless. Didn't I change this building to the tools to be urban? That one, I guess, is that... Huh. I'm surprised we produce that much iron out of there. Usually it's a fucking bloodbath. The minute you turn one thing on to iron... Oh, what do you got here? What's your problem? Why do you got this thing? The tension levels are high. Get the fuck off my screen! I guess there was people here. I've never actually had a colony do anything besides you just colonize it and it's over. Can we do anything to these guys? Can we, like, shoot them in the face or something? We do need to take another... We need to go to war, like, pretty quick here. I'm just going to let this tools go off. Oh, wow. I got more... I just saw a thing on the right. When that screen... how crazy. I guess I have to turn the settings down one on this. I can't believe how shitty the optimization is on all of, whatchamacallit, of all Paradox games. We could do, let's just go to medium, I guess. It's not like this game. So basically, right over there, on my right, I saw something flashing, and I was like, "What is that?" Oh shit! I didn't save it. And it was saying that the encoder was getting overloaded. 0.4% of the things. And it was when this thing was happening over here, when I was saying, like, "What the fuck is that? Get off my screen," or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what that's gonna do. Let me alt tab here and reset that. I wonder if my voice was all... I wonder if everything was all fucked up. Fucking Paradox. Optimize your game. Okay, so those were tools. Now we have the iron. See, I was waiting for the iron thing to happen. The market should... Now it's saying we don't need any tools either, which is weird. And then iron went through the... We have 0 sell orders. They're going to repopulate that. So we have... Okay, so we have these guys going here, but we wanted tools for a reason. You know what we could use tools for is currently... What were we doing here? Oh, right. We were just kind of like amping up a little bit of that. We could bring in more meat. What's the price of meat like? It's not that bad. What was that wood we could bring it down, though? That's probably what we should do. So with logging, we got 8. What I like to do is kind of like pick this lowest one, and we can go to sawmills. And then we'll wait for a second as the shit readjusts. Iron will be up after this thing here. This is the game. It's like whack-a-mole. And we can watch this go up until we get enough machinists. Tools are still going down in price? I don't believe you. We still have an iron shortage. We're gonna get everything going. We're gonna build another construction thing or switch over to the 10. I can't believe that. I'm still sad. I'm still sad. Now something else is flashing over here. Oh, we lost more. How weird. Like I haven't dropped any like major frame rates. Like every once in a while I'll drop something. We could also go to fishing trawlers if we had any. We don't have any clippers though. Eventually we can. So I actually kind of like this part where you have to like fuck around with getting things to like, to get your economy to work. But I do wish it, because like after a while when you have like a billion buildings and shit, fucker. After you have like a billion buildings, it does get old. Like micromanaging all that stuff gets old. Occasionally I have this other program that runs that does take like a tiny bit of resources, and sometimes I'll close it. But I think I'm going to call it a night. I like that nation, actually. That nation's pretty fun. That last crash did me in. Losing the 5 points suddenly, it has to have been the leader. The leader must have been giving a bonus. And it needs to tell you that. Like when you're looking at that screen where it says 10, it needs to obviously tell you that, not just something you have to hover over. Yeah. So that's it for me. Thank you for joining me. Have a good night. Bye.